Don't worry after seeing the mess that I have on my gouache palette, because this is generally how a gouache artist palette would look like. So please excuse me and don't get offended with what you see right now, because this is how it's supposed to be. And I think any artist who would join me here would really understand my situation here, because this is a normal thing to observe and feel. So please bear with me as I arrange these dried out colors, because they have to be in their specific spot so that they do not, like when I wet them up, they do not form a very distinctive, or they just don't blend or mix with other colors. So the idea is just to keep them separate so that each color has its own identity and it does not mix with other colors. So I'm just going to do a bit of this task while you stay alive and active here. So this is how it just dries out. Generally this is how it dries out. So this is the way the gouache paints are supposed to be, because they are very pigmented, and I feel this is the main reason why they just break out like this. So bear with me, it's a normal thing that I'm doing, so just stay here and kind of just try to enjoy what I'm doing. So what I'm doing today is I'm doing gouache art along with textured art. So I'm just going to blend in some colors and see how it works, and this is for the first time that I'm going to try out a thing like this. But stay with me and enjoy the process, because this is, I'm sure you will enjoy it, and this would be a wonderful thing altogether. I'm just choosing out the brushes that I'm going to use in the process, so that I'm not meddling with it. I'm just arranging the things that I'll be needing for this thing now. So in just a moment I'm going to start up with what I want to do here. Actually I have a lot of brushes and they all are mixed up right now, so I should be like looking and searching for them from the big box that I have. I actually have 3 boxes of brushes now, because of the kind of work that I'm doing. I need a lot of brushes, and so I tend to have 3 boxes full of brushes right now. I'm looking for my flat brush and I don't know where it is and cannot find it. Got this one. Oh, I dropped a few. I got the long one here. Now I'm looking for the flat brush that I generally use. So it will be a mix of textured art along with the gouache paint, and I'm sure you'll all enjoy the process because it's fun to do, and I feel really positive that I'm going to create something nice here. And any artist who would create, I mean, when they are doing the work, they're not sure of how the painting is going to come out, because what we generally imagine and what we generally get. Hi, I think it is Calil Aldo. Thank you for joining me. Hi everyone, I would welcome you all to my channel. This is ATELIER, that is live, and here I start wetting my gouache paints. And please don't be surprised to see the mess that I have on my palette, because this is generally how an artist palette would look like. So don't get offended, don't be surprised, don't get irritated, because, and I'm not a messy person, please let me make it very clear. I'm a very organized and very neat and tidy person, but a palette is supposed to look like. And if I kind of just watch it out, I'm just going to lose the different combinations that I have created out of the colors that I have. So the idea is to keep it, and in the process of keeping it, I have to ignore the mess. So that is the secret behind this. Okay, so I welcome you all once again for being a part of my channel and joining me on this live session. So I have this small canvas, it's this canvas board, and it is like I just try to make a blend of color that I want here. So I have just created this out, and I'm just going to coat it once again with the gouache colors, because I want the intensity to build up. And I'm using a flat brush, and it is a Faber-Castell brush, which is a synthetic brush, and it is size number 2, sorry. And here I start with, so I'm taking a nice lively green here, and I'll just go on with the colors and decidingly merge it up a bit, because the color is not going to kind of look the same, because I'm going to merge a few colors and then get the bright the exact color that I want here. So I'm just going to add it out, and let's see what we finally get. It's going to be a mix of colors, so it's tend to get like this. I'm just coating these colors up. I'm just adding a bit of blue here as well, and I'm just doing it randomly. I'm not choosing any specific a combination, or I'm not doing building up anything specific in here. I'm just going with the flow, and I'm just trusting the process. And in the end, I'm just going to make a darker or pale green that you can see here. I'm just going to coat it here. Just enjoy the process, because when we are painting, we have a different picture when we are like visualizing it, how we want the we want any painting to be like. But the final outcome is absolutely different, because while we are exploring all the possibilities of making this out, we don't know how the final painting would look like. So we just go on with the techniques and the process that we have learned, and what we get is absolutely a different picture, and it just looks amazing. Because you should be trusting your instincts, you should be trusting your techniques, and the final result is worth appreciating. The best part about gouache colors is that just dries out pretty well and pretty easily. So there is not much time required to kind of just allow it to just kind of, yeah, stop your work in midway to kind of just allow it to dry out. It dries out in the process, which is the best thing about using the gouache paints, because they're highly pigmented, and if in case they are taking time to dry out in the best possible way, then I think the whole process will be tiring, and it will be requiring a lot of time. So I enjoy this. The best part about gouache paints is what I just told you. So I'll just allow it to be like this, and I'll just allow a bit of more maybe chrome yellow here, because I want this part to be a little lighter than the rest of it. So this is just a hue that I have created, and I'll just allow it some time to kind of dry out. So this will be an interactive session. Whoever has joined me, you're most welcome on my channel once again. And I'm just going to build this up, and let's see how we get. So this is the base that I have created, and it will be drying in no time, and then you will be able to see the circle that I have created here. So I'm just removing a little bit of, I think, hair that was here, which was kind of got stuck. Yes, I finally managed to remove it. I'll just even it out. Meanwhile, what I'll do is have this paste which I got from Amazon. This is a mixed paste, and it is 2-in-1 gesso and modeling paste, which is a nice thing to work with, because it's nice. It does smell good, I would say, those of you who actually like the smell of clay, or what I would say, it's a, if you talk in Hindi, it would be like sondhi.